Welcome back again, Detective. Sorry for the inconvenience. As always, internet problems ng Pinas, so we can't do really about it. But hey, the important
Yeah.
thing is we are freaking back for more action here, and we're going to continue of kung ano nangyari between Araping Panlipunan at Socty D Nine with the second half with the round one. So ano nga ba mangyayari? But still, what are your feedbacks or what are your insight thoughts about on the last game, Ashi?
Last game, about that match, it was like all the other matches. It was very intense, and I feel like all of the hunters and all the survivors are just like really, really doing their best right now because we are getting closer and closer to the finals. I believe that there are a lot of things that the our viewers can take note of so that in their future games maybe they can use the tips and tricks that the survivors and hunters have showcased in this tournament in their future plays. Like them, there were a lot of good plays here that could be taken advantage of.
That's truly yes, very well said on that one. But I wanna see on what's going to be planned on that second half they have in store for us because they need those 5 points, five delicious points on this one upang
Mm.
magkaroon ng tie dito or force a tie out of Sok today Nine's leading point here. But still, same map, every sleeping town, a very fairly large map to be exact. And as you said, they hunters that has transitional skills or traversing skills here will be this will be their playing grounds here because they have the skills that they need. And one hunter could be specifically go in is my go breaking wheel, and with that wheel form that will he will be able to traverse, so plus including that snappy snap. But some weaknesses of breaking wheel would include is that the flywheel effect, really very handy than the persona
Yes.
trait of a survivor. It flywheel effect was deemed, I think, not useless or just not very much used on its first release here on this game, and it seems like they already got a hang of it using that flywheel effect because I've seen some matches against breaking wheel flywheel effect all four of them just to prevent a spike on their back against breaking wheel. I've witnessed them, and they're really not scared of a breaking wheel anymore if they played their cards right. But let's see on how they actually or what will be they using this time between AP and Sock D9 switching sides, and we'll be seeing
Mm.
AP on surviving and Sock D9 on hunting this time for these survivors. Woo-wee.
So, speaking of hunters and survivors, what do you think will be the picks for this match this time?
Depending on the ban, I guess, because Priestess could be again banned here because portals really annoying when given or being used on the right time. And seems like Birdie, they hit there. Birdie, no more, baby, no more Seer yet again.
Welcome back to the
Only
Seer
the
van.
they hate the Seer, I guess, and they should hate it because it's a freaking meta pick at this point. And BQ will be out of this game. Also, they don't want any lady using that mirror or that water mirror. I suppose that's a water mirror or just a mirror
Aqua
hit. I
mirror, I
didn't
think.
know. Water mirror. Yes, it's water mirror, but it's not even water, and Nide is on water. So it's just mirror, I guess. But yeah, yes, Birdie only got one match, I suppose. I want to see some bird action here with Seer, but they're banning it again. And seems like with the team survivors in mind, we're going to see Ento, maybe Ento, Merc. The Aguinaldo will be still picking his survivor here, and a freaking is that a barmaid at the hand or mechanic? Because I can't see well and I'm
Um,
blind.
wait, I'm also blind. Wait.
uh, but hey, Kikisha will be played, and no, Faron, That's not the full statement that I was said earlier. Holy shit, dude! Holy
Ano klaseng
damn!
bird action yan?
You cut it off my statement, man. That's not the full one.
No
Wisit
context will
ang
ever make
puta.
that statement okay.
Oh my freaking god. But hey, let's go back. Gisha on Sleeping Town. As you said, meron siyang butterfly na pwedeng gamitin as a way to traverse that map. But still, very limited distance din actually. Because that butterfly
Yeah.
will just be only used or will just be perfectly executed on cutting those chase times that she needed. Pero tingin natin on how will this hunter be able to cut off some chase distance against Araping Panlipunan. Siyempre, they know the history, they know the society. Maybe they have a plan in their mind to actually execute against Socty D Nine because they need those five pack package points here. They need it.
Yes,
They really
they
need it.
do.
Still waiting for the game to load actually or the glass to break. But okay,
Okay.
dokie on that one. So that will be on mind. And syempre, habang naghihintay on that one before they able to go another with a match because they need to restart on this one. So with Geisha, every sleeping down, what could be the first key
Mm.
meta pick that will be against this? Ano man, nakita tayo ano, I think mechanic ata or barmaid that's being played. Because I can't. That girl is little, and who could that be? I suppose we
Can't
got
see.
to see. I can see it also. Pero I think the good get key meta pick here that will be chasing Gisha is yung survivor talaga na walang in
Mm.
any way na makapag-transition talaga sa depending on the skill that they are using. Because if done right, the Socty D Nine will be able to catch someone off guard with that butterfly. And who knows, baka makakita tayo ng drop, Gisha drop down na magagamit efficiently on those denying that rescue. Because I've seen some
Yeah.
stuff talaga na they were able to counter Gisha in any way talaga. Even though nakaka-TS siya just on the previous IVA that I was seeing, this Gisha was able to TS, but still that team was able to handle that very well because they know it's a geisha and they know the weakness of a geisha. If you were able to cancel that butterfly and during that chase off, canceling that or make able to connect to a pallet just to deny that potential shortening distance from geisha's skill set, you'll be able to take control of that chase or even that kiting air that you're using. Just respect always the butterfly that in hand, talagang, hindi mo talaga respetuhin yung butterfly na yun. Very, very, very dangerous.
Yes, and Geisha, actually going against Geisha, I feel like it could train a lot of survivors, especially those who are just starting out. Geisha is like it's kind of like a hunter that it really requires you to be aware of your surroundings because you have
Actually.
the dash and especially at full presence because at full presence Geisha can like dash through certain objects, right?
As far as I know, it's a given ability of being a flexible on those butterflies. I have no idea what's a specific full presence unlock on Geisha, but I do know it could be quite dangerous when given enough presence for Geisha to actually activate that
Mm-hmm.
last presence that she needs. She could be a freaking threat. Or as far as I know, the way that she dash on the butterfly is sped up. Unlike the
Oh.
unlock the presence, it could be a very slow to dash for a geisha, but unlocking that last one, her dash is quite speedy to be exact. So she can catch you off guard during those tight kite situation. So while kiting, it's very important to actually look at geisha, even though that's the one weakness of geisha. Look at geisha without or with the butterfly because he can really stop that dashes all throughout. And you can even actually harass Keisha during mid dash
Yes.
using a
Mm-hmm.
batter or even a forward or just a wide link to harass that dash and denying it. Really quite handy if you're going to take note of that.
Are you still looking forward to maybe seeing a wildling this tournament?
Yes, please, of course. Where is my wildling people at? Where are they? Where the fuck are... Ano din? Ito, what the fuck? Restart din po yung bird action ni Goodman. Goodman bird action when... I think that's Feng.
It's like
Freak you,
bird
Feng! I
action.
know that's your account. That's Feng.
Hello,
Hey,
Fang.
Feng.
Welcome
What's
to
up?
the production by Goodman.
They, Faron just cutted out the whole statement out there. The whole statement is
Oh,
bird action of those Seer players, okay? It's not
no,
really
that's the whole
on bird
statement.
action.
That's
No,
that's
shut
the whole
up.
statement. There is nothing else but
Shut
that.
up, Ashy. Shut up, Ashy. Visit. Pero yun nga, naghihintay pa rin, nagpe-prepare rin sila on the next match. It seems like they're ready to yet go in for another match. They need to restart some technical difficulties talaga
Yeah.
na face on this problem. It can happen to anyone. It freaking happen. It happens. Just expect that. I mean, wala naman tayo magagawa. We can't avoid that. But hey, we're still here. We're still going to continue. The show is still on. Restart din po ba? No! Shut up, Fayron. Get out of here. Oh, no, you can't get out of here. You're the streamer. But, visit ang puta. But hey, we've been able to see Seer talaga do sa last game talaga. Blocking that normal talaga is a potential way to turn the game around. And that really gave that survivor to actually get out of there. But with the recent nerfs, ganun pa rin yung kanyang kaya eh. I mean, he's still on the meta even though 8 seconds pa rin yung duration nung bird because back then it was freaking 20 seconds. What the fuck? So it's like it
Right.
takes forever to actually wait for a bird. Wait for that owl to get out of that survivor just to enter a hit. But 8 seconds still is powerful when used right. And 8 seconds is that time window to actually for a survivor to transition to another kiting area. It really does. And one weakness of Asir is a chip damage. Sculptor, Bonbon, yung may poke damage, just like Fister if someone's going to use, still using that. And even I think Wax Artist, just prevent, or even Anne actually,
Yes, and
if you
can
know how to
actually.
use it.
Right. So also another good thing about Seer is he also has the advantage of seeing the hunter for a few seconds in the beginning of the match. Kind of like
Mm,
Mind's Eye but without the risk since you can hear Mind's Eye tap tap. So doing it
true
is
shot.
kind of risky, especially if the hunter is wearing headphones. It's like very obvious what direction the sound is coming from. But like having
Mm,
Seer see the hunter, especially the spawn point in like a few seconds, could be very beneficial, especially if they have communication with their teammates.
true shot. It's already a great potential or just some good shit primary info for the side of the survivor because knowing that spot really gives an idea on where or when to rotate as much as possible against that certain hunters they're going to see. Because that thing could really change up to your game or being in control of the game when your early pace of that game is very well executed. So it's quite understandable. Seer is just being banned out. They don't want any chickens flying around. Even though we love some chicken because chicken is very tasty, but they don't want any chicken flying or that owl. Really.
Mm.
Ugh.
So yeah, we're still waiting for the match to start, but yes, very good insight about Seer.
Actually. Oh, as you said, the mind's eye. Yeah, actually, that's the difference about the mind's eye. And I think mind's eye is not really on the meta right now, but still
Oh
can be
yes.
used perfectly. Actually, gutong po si Goodman bigyan ng fried chicken. Yes, di pa napagkitag tinalian. So after nito, magtatangkalian ako nito. So
Same.
yeah, I need to eat. But hey, we're still here. We're going to continue. Naghihintay lang tayo na maganda yung mga players if they're ready to go and execute their second half here. Because AP needs a 5 points on this one, a real 5 point package on against Socty D Nine. So they want to draw this one out and just to see or just go in with the calculation talaga ng points. I think average deduction points ata if nag-tiebreaker sila. Tama ba ako? May
Um,
I get it that correct, Fayron? That's stated on the rule that I've been given. It's one of them. Yung tiebreaker is deduction, totaling the average points of deduction points, then average points of deduction, total deduction points. Yes. So forcing a draw or forcing a tie on this one with deduction points in hand, will be able to give a chance for AP to actually go on with the next round here. And it seems like we're going back here again. And oh, that's Gardener in play. That's not Mechanic or ano yung sinabi natin or Barmaid. That's Gardener. I haven't seen the freaking name. Holy shit.
We were both wrong. Oh my god.
Uh, we're both wrong. Holy damn. But Entomologist, Gravekeeper, Merc, and Gardener. Very interesting pick with a double rescuer in hand with Gardener. But Gardener could be really threatening to if used right. And pag-experience player talaga yung gumagamit nun. Still, let's see. Because Gardener is protected on the very first 40 seconds of the pacing of the game. Still, depends on how will Gisha be handling that one out. Because if Gardener is off the table for the first key survivor to be chased, who could be the first one to be chased exactly here? Because Entomologist kind of looking juicy with those beasts. And with those honeypots, and it seems like we're going to initiate it on the first target here with Ondu. First hit initiated by Gisha, and the chase will now continue with those bees on the way, trying to limit the possible, but that hit will connect on that pallet drop. Indeed. I think that is a very early down to be exactly 5 cyphers remaining, so it could be a full blood rescue or a half blood rescue, depending on what plan on their mind, because they need to compensate of what's been lost on this chase time that they've that Ondu made or Ordu made. Sorry about that. That's not Ondu. That's Ordu.
Oh, and it seems like maybe Gravekeeper might be going for the rescue, and Geisha going in and using Abnormal on his Cypher. So this could be a half-blood rescue by the Gravekeeper. Maybe Entomologist can do a redemption fight here.
Oh yes, indeed. And going in for the body block. Amazing, really well executed by Aguinaldo, and Ordua is just riding out the bees, trying to see, but at last effort will be connected on that final hit. So that will be his second chair on the clock here. So they need to go those ciphers. They need to go it right now because second chair for Orduha, everyone. Second chair. They need to make a plan out of this one because they need those 5 points or 4-man escape to getting out of there.
Yes, it seems that Gardener's Cypher is almost finished, and Geisha going in and maybe going to chase Mercenary. That is a hit from the Geisha, and it seems like Mercenary is going to go ahead and rescue Entomologist.
Exactly. Well done on Geisha, just going up on that second floor on that hole. But it seems like cutting out the distance. Final hit with that last effort. That will be Ordua's final threat on the chair. Also, with 4 ciphers still remaining, the show must go on. The game is still on here. Papahirapan nila itong Geisha na to because Entomologist is already out of the game with 3 ciphers remaining on hand for the survivor. So they will still continue this, but TP will be used going in for Aguinaldo, and that will be the last hit he needs to go in for Gravekeeper. Last one, injured state siya. So first chair on Aguinaldo.
Yes, and seems like Geisha is actually going for a basement chair here because luckily for the Geisha, the basement was very nearby. And since Gravekeeper is the one being chaired, there's no survivor that can maybe use a skill to do a basement rescue like directly, since Priestess and Gravekeeper I think the only ones who can do that. But that is a clutch by the tram.
Yes, that is okay. We didn't see anything, but it seems like Mercenary is going in for a rescue here on the basement, and Geisha knows of this. Going for a drop hit, extra hit, elbow pad will be used, trying to cut off with that half-blood rescue. Will it be perfect? Oh, that will be a pass halfway the mark, and trying to buy more time just to not rescue early because full blood will be initiated on that rescue. It seems like Geisha is going to try for a drop hit with that butterfly, waiting this one out, forcing Del Pilar going to rescue Aguinaldo, going to use the Gravekeeper shovel, and wanted to just eliminate Aguinaldo as much as possible, and just going in for a hit to Del Pilar.
Yes, and it seems like Geisha might be also going for maybe a double down since he also hit the Mercenary, so a double down could be very much possible if she downs the Gravekeeper. right here.
Exactly. And since like nakita natin yung timer ng Gravekeeper dito, but that will be hit and be cancelled out or destroyed by the Geisha here. Aguinaldo needs to take note of this butterfly, but that will be able to dash onto that pallet and a TS onto Aguinaldo with 2 snipers still remaining at hand. Holy damn, second, I think that will be his last breath on the chair. Aguinaldo will be out of the game with 2 snipers remaining still left. Del Pilar and Chill needs to make a plan out of this. They are resetting on that middle area here on this ever sleeping town.
A solo escape could be possible, but there is still a lot of things that they could do in order to turn this match around. This could be a very difficult situation. However, in the right hands and with the proper communication, this still could be salvaged.
Oh yes, very true. It could be a one-man escape or two-man escape to be exact, but they need more time because 2 snipers are still available. 1 hit is already on to Del Pilar and needs to get out of here fast. But it seems like they switched some items here. Del Pilar is using perfume and trying to see if he can negate another yet damage going in. But Gisha knows of that and was able to deny that perfume that's going on for Del Pilar, and Gisha will try to still continue on the chase, cutting off the distance, and that will be a connected hit for Del Pilar. That will be his down on this one after that delay damage on that mercenary. Pero I think meron pa tayong last one on that ground. The Chill is still up and alive, self-heal. Meron pa rin si Del Pilar. So I think they're going in for a long game here and trying to see if they can buy more time if Gisha will not pick him up at this point.
Yeah, it seems like Gardener is going to try and avoid decoding so much since the streaking cipher could give away her location.
Right indeed. The 2 snipers lang eh. And it seems like they're going in for a long game just to buy out some time para makatayo dito sa Del Pilar. And it seems like Child Dax will be here trying in for the first hit. And last one na lang, last hit. Mercenary, matagal mag-self-heal yan kasi he is a rescuer with that passive onto his body. For every hit, madidecrease yung self-healing niya or healing overall. But it seems like Gardener's shield is now ready to be protected from the hit. And that shield will now be gone. And Gisha still on the chase, counting out the distance. Pero maling butterfly ang napuntahan niya. And still, the chase still continue given more time for Child to actually transition to other safe areas here. But Butterfly is still on that one. No resources available. Child just going in para umikot dito sa malaking bahay na corner house na ito kung tawagin. But going in for that moonwalk, but was able to get a hit to Child Dax. But Del Pilar, TP, just to follow up for Del Pilar's self. He'll be the next one to chase off and run. But that hit will connect for Del Pilar, and that will be a 2 down to be exact. That will result a 4-man kill for Gisha's side. Gisha will just try to clean this one up, trying to see if she will be able to put them on the chair.
Yes, but there's also a possibility that Gardener has actually stood up. I forgot she still has self-heal.
Yes,
so,
it seems like the game is still on.
Still could be possible.
True. They're not going to give up because Gardener has a freaking injection at hand and he wanted to find this Gardener. It seems like naalam niya na kung nasaan dito. At tingin natin kung makapag-heal ba siya in time with that shield available. Naghihintay lang talaga si Gisha dito para ma-take advantage, and that will be the last hit that he'll be looking for. Just waiting out for Gardener to actually spend his time on that shield. And he was able to find the right time to do it. So that will be the chair for Child, and wala nang self-heal ng both survivors natin dito. So it could go up, potentially up to a 4-man kill and a 5-pack package, or that delicious 5 points will be going in for Mr. Socty D Nine. Hintayin muna natin habang naglilinis sila dito ng kanyang kalat dito. Geisha is still finding on the last one. Kailangan niyang hanapin this kasi nakabang sa dungeon eh. At kung makikita natin. Oh, shit. So it's like that will be the chair here for Del Pilar, and that will be a 4-man kill exactly to go in with a 5 point in hand. The Socty D Nine will be advancing to the next round. But don't worry, we'll be still be seeing Mr. AP, the Araping Panlipunan, on the losers elimination or losers bracket. They still have a chance to go through and take that second position that they need on the Group B Day 2, because two teams will be advancing through from each group, so they still have a chance. They're going to go against with the losers losing team against, I think that is ANU. They'll be going against them.
So for that match, do you have any thoughts or feedback on for the hunter or the survivors?
Actually, they did a very great job on against Geisha here. To still be able to actually buy more time on the teams, and they didn't show any kind of weaknesses here. They still tough it out up until to the end. They're not going to give up, because as long as we breathe on the game is still not over. Still, Geisha was able to get 5 points at their hand, and that will be a 10 points on their game. We're going to see AP yet again on the next match, and who knows? We might be seeing AP or ANU going in for the next round, because they need this chance. They need to take this chance and go all out on their usage. Still, before that happens, we'll be having a short break bago mangyari man yung papanoorin natin dito, because again, this will be another yet intense match on this one. Try nating let's see kung sino mas abante dito, kasi may chance pa sa dito makataas at maka-advance. But hey, this is Goodman and Ashy, your caster for this match. We'll be seeing you again after this very short break. More of WTS action on this break. After this break, I should really fix that.
Yeah.
We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? And what if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, hate is fake, the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
All right, welcome back to the stream. So, Goodman has now gone away to maybe have lunch since he has been shoutcasting for the past few matches. So here with me today is Klieg. Hi Klieg, how are you? Do you have anything you want to say about the previous matches?
I would like to talk about the previous match. I really like the gameplay of the geisha over there with the flying over to the second floor to disrupt the mercenary cipher and forcing this mercenary to rescue the entomologist and there were no butterflies wasted at that match if I recalled correctly.
Mm. So yeah, there were a lot of interesting plays for the past few matches, and both sides, man, they're really stepping it up, and these past few maps as well have been kind of large to be honest. Like we have Ever Sleeping just really putting in the size of a map here, and I think a while ago was also a little kind of big map as well. So we all have Chinatown now. So we are basically just considering the trend of just having a lot of big maps recently. Um, so what do you think of big maps? Do you think that they're like a disadvantage or advantage? What do you think, Big?
I kind of think that there are both advantages and disadvantages for the both sides. As the hunter will have a very hard time finding a survivor in such a big map, and and yeah, and with the ciphers being spread apart, big maps gonna be disadvantages for the survivors as well, since the ciphers is very spread up. And as I'm being called by my grandparents, I'm just gonna connect them to the Zoom real quick.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
should.
So while Klieg is doing that, Chinatown, um, I feel like Goodman has, or at least another shoutcaster has talked about it before, but Chinatown has a lot of assets, but they are very spread apart. Like, um, like the palettes the pallets and the windows for Chinatown are kind of spread apart. And here we have another seer ban. Still no birdie, guys. Very unfortunate. I missed the birdie. And it seems like we're going to have maybe a BQ ban since BQ's map control is just insane with her mirror. So that could be very much possible. And there it is, the BQ ban.
BQ ban. Very understandable that they have to ban the BQ there since the BQ has a really large map pressure. And are we seeing an Axe Boy gameplay over here?
Could be possible. Are you excited for another Axe Boy?
Of
But
course,
it
I'm
could
always
be a
on.
geisha.
Last minute change. I understand. Well, since
So
the geisha is actually good with the big maps, with the dashes and stuff, covering a lot of range in a nick of time. So I, so this is actually an understandable pick for this hunter side.
Interestingly, it seems like we're going to also have priestess and is that doctor? Um,
Yeah, it's
gravekeeper and also lawyer. Very interesting team compilation by the survivors here.
yeah, with the lawyer's skill, they can utilize that with the comms. It's like a secondary theory. You can see the hunter's location and the cypher's location, which is actually nice. With the priestess also providing support from the spread apart like the buildings and stuff, we can actually cover a lot of space quickly.
Yeah, it seems like both the survivors and the hunter have a lot of traits and skills that can be utilized in this map. But let's see how exactly this plays out. We have Geisha here spawning on the second floor, and it seems like the survivors are already going in and trying to find the cipher. We see Lawyer here using his map to maybe try and see where the hunter is going. But it seems like Geisha is going towards Child Dax. So it could be possible that this survivor could be the first kite, and it feels like Gish is already going in with a dash, and let's go and see how exactly. That is a juicy pallet stun by the doctor here, so that
Nice
could
Alice.
be very good for the survivors here. Let's see if Gisha can go ahead and try to down Doctor, or maybe Doctor can go ahead and buy more time for their teammates.
Yeah, juicy jukes from the doctor right there, and I think this is the second match that the Araping Panlipunan is facing off another geisha here. Here we can see a doctor trying to heal up so he won't have another. Oh, that's a hit through the window, giving the hunters a big advantage. And five ciphers still remaining. I think doctor here saying they're on your own.
Yes. It seems like lawyer's cipher is already more than halfway, so the cipher progress is not that bad. Um, so it seems like Gravekeeper is going to go ahead and try to rescue using a shovel. So here we have Gravekeeper here going in for the rescue. Geisha maybe using a dash or actually just going in and disrupting the rescue right there and giving Doctor that last effort.
The last effort has been proc by the doctor. The doctor is staying away, far away from the chair over there. But I think Geisha here is just gonna farm the presence given by the doctor, and the doctor trying to dodge and juke just to invalidate that. But the Geisha has successfully have full presence right here. Unfortunately, I think that's gonna be more dashes. I think, or more
Uh,
butterfly.
I think faster dashes, but it seems like there are two ciphers now popped, and it could be possible that the next one going in for the rescue is actually Del Pilar, the priestess, right here. Since Gravekeeper actually has wanted order, so here we see Del Pilar going in for the rescue. Since juking Geisha, and that is a rescue from Del Pilar with the Tide Turner. So here we have Dr. vaulting the wala palang pallet doon, never mind. But that is a
Under
juke from the
jukes.
doctor.
Yeah, some juicy juice from the doctor here. Here we can see the priestess here actually providing support for the doctor, giving her a lot of space from the hunter and trying to hide as best as she could. Here we can see let's see if Geisha here can find the doctor. I think he's going she found the gravekeeper instead. I think she's gonna commit to the gravekeeper and gonna leave the doctor all alone. Here we can see a gravekeeper using the shovel to deny one damage, and I think the geisha knows where the doctor is hiding.
Yes, and it seems like the geisha has now found Doctor, and it seems like Gravekeeper is going to go ahead and try to finish his cipher right there since it's almost finished. But Geisha is going to go ahead and going to chase the Gravekeeper right here. So we have two survivors who are injured and one who is full health. So there is a possibility that Lawyer could be the one to potentially go ahead and rescue the next time. So here we have Gravekeeper here now kiting on the second floor. Lawyer could be a good rescue since it has no Terror Shock, but that is a drop hit by the Geisha right there. So there is
Very
no
smooth,
attack recovery right there.
very smooth on the side of geisha here, and I noticed. Did they buff gravekeeper recently? I feel like
Uh,
he has troubles than usual.
I cannot remember since I'm not a Gravekeeper main. I may have to read up on the patch notes later. But it seems like Geisha is going to go and chase Lawyer here. Actually, this is actually a pretty good move by the Geisha right here since Priestess going in for the rescue is also a delicate thing since she's actually injured. So a last cipher needs to be decoded right now so that they can go ahead and pop it and open the gate. But it seems like Geisha's actually found the priestess here and could be going in and downing her. But that is two portals right there, buying her some time. And that is a hit by the Geisha actually. And it seems like he's going to go ahead and teleport to the Gravekeeper here.
And the last effort has been hit to the Gravekeeper. We can see here APL Urjuha or the lawyer trying to get away from the geisha here, and beautiful jukes again from the side of the survivors here. We can see here priestess here actually healed up and trying to finish that last cipher, only quarter away. Let's see if the geisha knows where the gravekeeper is hiding. And yes, he knows where the gravekeeper is. If that was me, I would totally forgot where the gravekeeper would have hid.
Yeah, especially in a map like Chinatown. I am very bad at locating survivors. But it seems like Geisha is going to go ahead and either disrupt Priestess's decoding or chase Lawyer. And it seems like she's going to go ahead and
He
actually
knows where the last cipher
place
is.
down a butterfly. So actually, Lawyer is over here trying to hide from Geisha, but Geisha coming in with a dash and hitting Lawyer through the pallet. So there is a possibility for maybe a solo escape, or if Priestess can prime that cipher, there's also a possibility for a tie. But it all depends on whether or not they can buy their each other some time, or if the geisha can locate them.
Yeah, we can see here. Actually, Geisha left the lawyer, and there's kind of a semi. There's a almost prime cipher next to the lawyer, which is actually dangerous if the lawyer stands up, and if the priestess here actually gives a space. But I think the Geisha here knows that this cipher is actually almost prime, trying to cap it as best as she could. Another hit through the pallet. Geisha here is on her top of her game here.
Yes, but look at Priestess's cipher progress. There's a possibility it can be primed, but Geisha has that crucial dash that is going in and going ahead to. That is a portal juke by the Priestess. Actually, this man, the survivor team is just full of juicy jukes right now.
I know, right? Like, I think there's two prime ciphers right now, and the survivors here are actually struggling because of the pressure of the geisha she's giving, camping those two ciphers that are actually very, very near to each other.
Yeah, but that was another move by the Priestess. Like, she healed Lawyer a while ago, and maybe she should go ahead and buy herself some time because the dungeon is actually right there.
I
But that is a hit from Geisha.
That is, I think they all use their self heals up, so there's no chance for them to stand up. Here, we can see the surrender finally happening.
Yes,
Good
well
job for the
said
both
by
teams.
both sides, right? Like the geisha was very good with her dash, and that teleport a while ago with the rescue, that was just like a game changer since not camping survivors is very delicate if you don't have like dashing skills or transitional skills. and also the jukes by the survivors. They bought themselves like a lot of time. It was just a very well balanced match from both sides.
Yeah, as you said, leaving the survivors when there is still a priestess around is very delicate. I think the priestess could have actually rescued the the gravekeeper there, but I think that Kyo knows that the priestess is actually working on the last cipher, and the lawyer there at the hotel can't actually go for a rescue there. So
Yes, and
jump
there was a
inside.
lot of good decoding progress as well. They were left with one cipher, and it really, really was a close call between the two sides. It was just very closely matched, and this was just very. It was just so rushing to watch this match. And also in the comments, as you asked earlier, was Gravekeeper buffed? He still has two shovels, but he can actually reuse them.
Oh, I see, I see. That's kind of neat. I think I will try to use Gravekeeper again. Actually, I like that buff.
Hmm. So yeah, I believe we're going to move on and switch sides from the two teams. Could be
Yeah, I think Araping Panlipunan will be the hunter, and the Ayoko na Umasa or Anu will be the. Wait, did I say that right? Will be the survivors? Okay, okay.
I believe so.
Let's see.
So
Any
about that
thoughts about
last match. Okay,
yeah, the
so
juicy juice that had been given
Juking.
to the survivor? Yeah, can you,
Juking.
can
Oh
you
my god. Juking is very difficult. Like, I remember when I first started playing IDV, I remember watching a lot of videos about juking and still not understanding how to do it since hunters they have a lot of variety on how they are played and their hitboxes as well. So it's like every hunter has a different way of juking. Like I believe that one of the most difficult hunters to juke is Wu Chang, especially in white form, since
yeah,
his hitbox is basically larger than my future.
yeah, larger than my anyways, yeah, with the sweeping
Um,
effect from the Wuchang. Yeah, with the sweeping effect from the Wuchang, I can actually sweep the whole area, I think, so that it'll be impossible
um,
to kill him.
yeah, but there are just a lot of hunters with confusing hitboxes. Like you really have to study them. But even if you do so, there's still like a lot of confusing stuff happening with hitboxes. But I've also experienced confusing palette stuns from survivors, especially when I'm hunter ranking.
Yeah, let's see if the other team is ready for the next match.
It seems like we are still waiting, but it seems like Kahel has heard what you said earlier about the size of Wu Chang's hitbox and is commenting here.
It's okay. We don't get paid to behave nice anyway.
Yeah, this channel is still not monetized, so we could let this pass for now.
Yeah, but we still have our limits.
Right, right. So yeah, we're still waiting for the next team to be ready. But well, yeah, that was just a moment right there, and I'm very excited for the next match.
Yeah. Is the next team ready?
Um, maybe almost. But in order to come back, the other team has to, I think, get 5 points as well, since the last match was a four-man.
Yep, I think the pressure here is on both sides. They must. I think the hunter here is. I think the hunter is going to be only pressured here since the survivors here actually needs only at least one escape. I think the
Mm.
hunter here might be in a lot of pressure. I've experienced this pressure in a lot of tournament matches that I joined myself in, where my team like example for Cat. tries to pressure me as much as possible.
Right.
I
So
got so
tournaments
much,
can be a lot of pressure, but
and
I
I
believe
think
that
pull
competing
this
in
off.
teams.
Yeah, I think they can. The hunter can pull this off. I
Yeah,
believe.
that yeah. Believe, just believe in everyone right now,
I
since
believe.
everyone really has the capability to really make a game turn around.
And let's see if the birdie is gonna be banned again.
Could be
I,
possible, like there could also be a possible
it's
priestess ban actually.
a cockroach ban now.
Oh my god. Are we going to see a birdie reveal?
We're gonna yes, we're gonna see a birdie reveal if it's a long kite or a short kite. I mean, let's see.
Yes.
They don't actually ban Bonbon here out of respect for the hunter. They know he uses Bonbon.
Yeah, Bonbon is a very scary hunter, especially if they know how to utilize their bombs. Like they are scary, especially with how they kite survivors. I
Yeah,
mean,
see.
I camp survivors. Why did I say kite?
Wait, what did you say?
I said kite survivors. I'm sorry.
Here you can see. Is that Naiva? I can't see. It's too dark. Yeah, I think that's Mr. Inference right there. Ooh, that's good. I really love that skin.
Oh, we also have a Chiaki here. This could be a very interesting match, seeing all the survivors and especially the hunter pick as well. So, I'm very excited to see how this plays out.
Actually, I think someone's asking, whose birdie are we gonna show?
I shout out, shout out na lang po kay Anis Ipeng. Thank you po.
I think we're going to throw him under the bridge. And as you can see here, Smiley actually spawning in the same place as Geisha over here. This-
Yeah, it seems like the survivors are already going ahead and trying to decode as quick as possible. But it seems like Smiley is already near a survivor, maybe. But it can be very unsure who they will chase first. And it seems like he's going to go ahead and assemble a rocket here, going in with a dash to go ahead and get more mobility and speed right there.
I think he's going to have a first chase with Ferenciers. Oh no, he's actually switching up to Coffee here. I think he doesn't see. Oh wait, yeah, he sees Coffee's trails right here, and I think Coffee hasn't dropped down his robot yet.
That is a dash hit from Delphilar right there. So it seems like they are going to go ahead and commit to downing mechanic here.
Which
So,
is actually
um,
a nice find for this hunter side, and down goes the mechanic. Oh wait, there's the robot over there by the mechanic, hiding like he always does.
mhm. And the cipher progress is pretty decent. It seems like survivors are already decoding at least half cipher here, and it's going to be very unclear who will rescue. Maybe mercenary will go ahead and rescue, but
I think
there's
the
also a
entomologist is there.
possibility for a full blood rescue.
I think entomologist is right besides the mechanic over there.
Yeah, and it seems like actually uh Smiley is not camping. And that is a blink hit from Smiley, going ahead and blinking through that pallet right there. And it seems like Mechanic is also full blooded right there in the different
Very
area of the
unfortunate
map.
other side.
Hmm. And it seems like going ahead and rescuing Mechanic. And now Seer is going to get shared right here. So Mechanic can maybe go ahead and decode while the survivors go ahead and rescue Seer. But let's see.
Yeah, and we can see here, Seer here actually haven't used, and here we see an elbow pad, but a hit from the Smiley. We can see, let's see if Seer, yeah, Seer uses his birdie right here to protect him from the hunter that is violating his personal space.
Yeah, it seems like that bird came in handy. I told you, Birdie can change the world right here. And it seems like they are just going around in this area, but Seer vaults that and they're really just utilizing this tight space here.
Yeah, I think Smiley here wants to touch that birdie. Yeah, sorry. Wants to touch that, wants to hit that here with the dash right there. See here, gaining space and ooh, goes down. Birdie goes down now,
Okay,
and
so
two
now
seconds remaining.
here on his second chair. So we have two survivors injured and one survivor at full health. So either Mercenary or Entomologist can go in for the rescue since Mercenary has that passive where he can take a lot of hits right there.
And I think the entomologist and the mercenary there is actually here. Wait, is that? Oh no, that's the mechanic. Uh, entomologist here's healing the mechanic. Try. I think the mercenary. Yeah, mercenary is already there. Trying to
Yeah,
buy
but
a lot
he
of
elbow
time.
pads away from the chair here and gets hit by Smiley. So that was very good play by the hunter right here, and they down Mercenary. So this could be very good for the hunter here, but the survivors also only have two ciphers remaining. So this still could be very possible to turn around as a game.
And unfortunately here, Smiley here actually chaired the mercenary near where the mechanic and entomologist are healing, so that will disrupt them once again. Here we can see entomologist here trying to see if he can rescue the mercenary here.
Yes, it seems like they're going to go ahead and rescue, and Smiley coming in with that hit, and it seems
And
like
oh,
Entomologist has body blocked Mercenary, or maybe yeah.
holy blacks. Yeah, and actually here we can see a mercenary trying to get away as far as possible. There's only two ciphers remaining, and I think mercenary's other cipher is kind of primed and a new one being procced by the mechanic here. And I think
And
they're going to sacrifice the entomologist.
yeah, since the two survivors are currently injured, a rescue is very difficult at this moment, and they really need those two ciphers to be finished right now.
You can
But
see
still,
actually
we have Mercenary here going in for the rescue, and actually body blocking Entomologist right there.
that's actually a interesting decision right there made by the survivors. Switching again, mercenary being chaired and the entomologist running away as uh like they exchange places.
Yeah, so here we have Mercenary here on his second chair, now with two survivors injured. But unfortunately, neither of them can go for the rescue unless we have Mechanic's robot here actually going ahead and healing entomologists. So still could be possible to maybe buy the others some time to decode, since I believe that entomologists probably won't be able to rescue Mercenary right now.
I think the Del Pilar here is trying to find the mechanic. Uh, he knows where the shaking cipher is, and when he actually went to the mercenary's old cipher and trying to find the mechanic here. Again, the survivors need here only need one escape to move on to the brackets.
Yes, and it seems like Entomologist is now full heal. This could be a very good advantage for the survivors here, but still, we see Del Pilar here trying their best to search for the mechanic or the entomologist because either find would be good right now. And it seems like they find
And
mechanic, and that is a dash hit from the Smiley right there, buying himself just a lot of time since he doesn't have to chase for a long time. So we have entomologist here going ahead and opening a chest. So mechanic still has self heal, so she could still self heal and continue decoding. But here, Delpilar is still going ahead and finding the entomologist this time.
interesting. Actually, a nice play by the hunter here, knowing where the survivors might be. Finding entomologists with a tinnitus real quick, and I think the mechanic will have a lot of time. Here we can see as Smiley falls, he has spotted the entomologist. Here we can see dashing up the stairs, which is actually a very difficult thing to do. which is
Yes, but that
understandably
is a
why.
hit through the pallet by Smiley here. So this could be another interesting kite right now. So while we're looking at Smiley right now, it seems like he's going to go ahead and utilize his dash once more to go ahead and close some distance between him and the entomologist.
This is actually a bad guidance fight right now since all of the resources here has been used, and I think this is gonna be a drop hit. Nope, it wasn't a drop hit by the hunter. I think that mechanic here knows another cipher has been 90 on the 90% mark, and I think that yeah, the Joker here is trying to chair to avoid the cipher pop, and yeah, that's gonna be a it's gonna be a small time for the mechanic to try and find the dungeon, so they could
Hmm,
guarantee that one man escape.
yes, that solo escape is crucial if they don't want to go ahead and force a tie here. So actually, we see Mechanic getting really lucky and getting a syringe so she can heal herself. But it seems like Smiley has found Mechanic's robot, so he could locate her right
That's
now.
gonna be enough time for for Smiley. He knows where the mechanic is right now. Is that enough time for the Smiley to reach mechanic going towards the dungeon? And I think they are going to secure a one-man escape.
Yes, Mechanic just went in that dungeon right there and secured that solo escape for her team. So, very well played by both sides. Like, man, that was a lot of things that just went on, especially the birdies that just happened in this match. Um,
Already.
Seer did a good job with kiting, and so did entomologist and mechanic. Basically, everyone just gave it their all this match, and that solo escape was just really clutch, especially mechanic's RNG with that syringe.
Yeah, especially good job on the side of the hunter here. Actually, carrying on with a hard meta picks right there with the seer, mercenary, and mechanic. They're pretty meta right now as we speak, right?
Yes, and it also now that I've looked at Smiley right now, his dashing skill kind of reminds me of Breaking Wheel, and I feel like if we look at that in that perspective, Smiley can actually really be a good hunter in open maps like Chinatown, Moonlit, and Ever Sleeping.
And especially when Smiley has that skill, that dash he has, there is no attack recovery from it, right? Which
Yeah, or
actually
at least the attack
is
recovery is shorter. But yes, very good match. And also the comments are saying that actually Faron is saying that these kids are more kalat than I am. I am sorry for all the birdie mentions. Please forgive us, Faron.
I
Thank
am not.
you.
I am not. I'm proud
Okay.
to shoutcast to the birdie play right there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for, but we love birdies. Anyway, I believe after this match there will be a short break if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, there's gonna be a short break. Alright. Think have nothing else to say, I guess.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
birdies.
believe I believe that's it for this match, and that was just really really good to watch, and it was really a pleasure shoutcasting these matches by the survivors and hunters. Like it really is an honor to be part of a tournament that really showcases the skills of these players. So, Sig, do you have anything to say before our short break?
Sure, and then just kidding. First of all, yeah, it was an honor to shoutcast a lot of these teams. Actually, they're actually well known in the Identity 5PH community. So, yeah, it's quite an honor to be a part of them, I guess.
Yes, that indeed. But like as I said before, we are going to have a short break, and thank you very much for staying here and just watching the stream and watching these players. So we will be back with you shortly after, I believe, a 5-minute break.
Short birdie break.
Birdie, birdie recharge.
Yeah.
Have I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I'll snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in. And if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. But what if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? what if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side. What you think about when you're born into a fire? But let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
What is up? Welcome back, white boys and big girls detectives here. I am Goodman, and this will be Klieg, your casters here for the next match that we're having right now. How you feeling, dude? How you feeling, Klieg? What are your thoughts on that last match that happened, dude?
Yeah, I feel like I have said a lot of stuff about birdies and so I'm actually looking forward for the next match, and I'm hoping to shoutcast Wu Chang Hunter next. No reasons.
Actually, we're going to see them again here with Red Ping, and they're against with Socty D Nine here. And first side of all, Red Ping would be playing Hunter first against survivors of Socty D Nine. So this will be interesting because we've seen Yapets play Wu Chang on this round, and Soccer D9 might be able to bat it out. But as we know, Yapet still have that large, very well large hunter pool that he might be picking out of these hunters. In any case, nawala yung Wu Chang. And we've seen Soccer D9 played it out against Araping Panlipunan. Their communication really did put a shine on that match earlier. And let's see, how will it be able to go against this aggressive play of Yapets here of Red Ping in this map of Moonlit River Park.
Yeah, I'm actually quite interested in the teams here that are going to be fight. So you can see, they're both peak tiers. Is that peak tiers or?
I think that's this. I think that's what do you call this again? Second on the pick tier. Second, that's the tier before the pick tier, and holy damn, this is going to be interesting. And against this, both of these are all players and experienced players at the same time. So we don't know yet what's going to happen. Really, it's going to be intense. As we said, this is going to be some intense matches that we are looking forward to, and they are not going to give us a heartbeat to actually calm down of this freaking intense gameplays. But hey, Moonlit River Park, what are your thoughts?
Moonlit River Park. It's really big. Has a roller coaster which is kind of annoying for the hunter. And another thing is the second floor which actually, for me in my part as an Axway main, is kind of annoying since they could use the elevation to dodge my fireballs.
That's actually true on that one, because that coaster really do give an edge at the survivors when they were able to activate that second and third station. And we see yet again Bird. Goodbye, Bird. We are saying some Bird today. And no, Carol, lahat tayo masarap dito. But hey, Reaper will be banned yet again. It's going to be a respect ban onto the Hunter, and seems like no, Yapets, get out of here. But hey, so we're going to see him yet again. I think he's going to play Wu Chang. God damn it, these teams, boy. They really know me. But this is going to be interesting because we've seen his aggressive plays all throughout on that earlier match. But hey, everything can happen, right? Anything can happen.
Yep, anything can happen, especially you might be doing that WAP pretty soon.
Okay, no, get out of here. Continue.
Yes. And again, as I said, there's gonna be a Wu Chang as a hunter hero, which I'm actually excited to shoutcast because Wu Chang here has a lot of things that I want to shoutcast. No reason at all.
But yes, of course, it's a really tough one to actually go on here with both of the teams here. And no, Corona, I saw your comment on that one. No, Omar is not delicious. But let's go back to the first halfway for the round between Red Ping and Socty D9. Socty D9. Socty 69. I'll just call them 69 for the love of God. But Yapets against the survivors of 69. And first one on the fan house, as we can see.
We can see here, Wu Chang here actually trying to scout out if any of the survivors are touching the ciphers, and we can see here he spotted Undo here. Think he's not going to. Is he going to commit for the mercenary? It's actually not quite a good find, but find is a find, I guess.
I think he's going to commit and going to see if he can able on to get a hit there for able to disable that safety rescue on the future rescues here, but it seems like not. Yup, it's going to change target and going to be on that on-point teleportation on the sniper here, chasing entomologist. Really well played again. Seems like they already caught a wind of where not Yup it's going to be at, and they already have with that communication just to prevent him from gaining that presence he needs as a Wushang. And entomologist just going in the transition, just prevent him, just keeping him from getting that skill that he needs to go against this team. Entomologists they know, and seems like there's a blink hit, forcing a presence out of that hit, and will try to change target to give more disruption onto the snipers. Going back to Ondo, will try to see if he will be able to get land a hit that will be not a connecting large hit box, and that will still be able to connect. But let's see on how will be Yapets going against this mercenary, because he really wants that presence to be activated once again to actually take a control of this beautiful game. But elbow pad will be used just to prevent that presence that Yapets need.
Yeah, you can see here, Novel is here actually finishing a cipher already. We can there's actually a big buff on Novelist here when decoding, and you see here Wu Chang trying to commit to the mercenary, which is actually doing a good kite and spacing himself from the Wu Chang. We can see here Wu Chang teleporting again to the last station, going back where he started from the entomologist here. Entomologist here using his speed to gain space again from the Wu Chang. He called that bee in the right time.
Truly done. Very well done. He just preventing entomologist wanted to save his bee's life just to use it on the future kites as well. And not Yapets with two snipers already popped, still haven't gained any presence just to activate his potential of the skill. Seems like going on to the Novelist here, still charging on those books, and that will be still connecting that hit, but the pallet stun on Yapets, buying more time to gain distance away from him because he already had the presence that he need, and last thing that he wants to is a full presence at his hands. Book is already going to be achieved by Novelist here. One book is ready to be used, and we'll be seeing some just juke out notebook here just to gain some distance and trying to see if he can able to go in with a long charge hitbacks here by Yapets, taking this Novelist down with a book in hand. 3 snipers remaining left, and first chair to Novelist.
Again, this is actually good progress to the side of the survivors here, since it's actually the first chair of the hunter here. We can see here Ando trying to position himself, trying to rescue that Novelist. Let's see if the hunter can prevent that from happening. You can see here.
He's just going in for that Denea Fresca, as we can see. He knows where's the prospector at. He knows where's the entomologist at. So this mercenary will be the key rescue here. But it seems like he knows where's the prospector at. Wanted order, he really knows. And trying to see if he can take advantage of that information that he had. Mercenary is just going to deny this mercenary from going in for that rescue. Going in for that half-pass waymark. Great again with that teleportation on that exactly sniper's position. Getting a hit on entomologist. Novelist will be rescued before that full blood that happens, and seems like this will be a good disruption going in for Yapets. So one sniper remaining left. He needs to get a control, and seems like they are resetting on that side of the chair. It seems like Yapets trying to see where's the last sniper at, and I think he got a note on that one, trying to see if he can actually go on this place.
It's actually kind of bad for the side of the hunter, since he doesn't have any full presence yet, so he won't be able to utilize that. I think the cooldown of the umbrella will be affected if the hunter is on full presence.
Yes, sir. We know he will be given an unlock with that AoE effect between these forms, but it seems like the last sniper is already primed and trying to see just Yapets guarding this last sniper as we speak, and prospector just decoding another sniper on that bridge. He knows something is up. It's another sniper going in with that 80 or 60% of a sniper. Yapets Ondo is now going on to the last sniper. They might be cooking on some good call here with that pop here, trying to force a pop here. Yapets with a full presence. They need to be careful. Yapets still dangerously go against with that detention and a full presence at hand, and Ondo is on the run from Yapets here on this working carousel. back gate is now being opened on the side of the first station. Yapet's going into the TP with 60% at hand, but going to cancel it out because Ondo is still here and he knows that the gate is already open and he wants to prevent any kind of package 5 points here. And just knowing that they're going to take that 3-man escape on that other side, Yapets know he really wants to get this under one out, but 3-man escape already at hand. Ondo finding the potential dungeon, still going to find, but the dungeon is just right on the bridge, trying to stop it. Siphon, but I think that would not connect. A blink hit would finish it off. Holy damn, that was a close call going in for Rapids here, able to take control and able to deny 5 points onto their side. That will be a 3-1. That's a good deny on that potential perfect 5 points. Still, the team of survivors knows the weakness of Wuchang here. They really take note of it and they want to go against Yapets Wuchang. Still, Yapets was able to deny that plan of 5 points, and there we have it, 3-1. 3 to the side of 69 and 1 to RP. Very well played. Amazing.
Very well played indeed. As he said, good job on the side of the survivors, especially the entomologist and mercenary, keeping space and not giving that Wuchang any presence at all. Utilizing their skills to the maximum advantage right there.
Yes, very indeed. And I can say those aggressive players, they really good at preventing the presence of Yapets, because that's the only weakness of Wuchang had, of just keep on bay, prevent him from gaining any presence at his side, just to make him suffer on the first early pacing of the kite, because so Wuchang can be kited early as possible without any kind of skills being available at. But some players use actually insolence on some kind of place, but Yapets was confident on that one, but still was able to get a 1 out of that game, preventing a perfect 5 points on their team of the opposing team. Still, amazingly well played, and they know their stuff. They know what's at stake here. And this time around, we're going to see them on the second half with switching sides. But before that happens, I'm going to swap my places to Ate K. Ate K, are you here?
Yes!
There we go. Now I can forget. Go, take it away, Ate K and Klig.
Welcome back.
Okay, sige. Hello. So yun, grabe. I think disadvantage din naman somehow, no, sa Wuchang to be fighting in Moonlit. So that's why they were really able to make use of the palleted areas para ma-contain siya. And a mercenary pa ang nakapag-contain, no less. So kitang-kita ang effort bale ng Socty D Nine. Ma-secure yung ano, no. Bale, that was a 3-man kill pala, no?
Yep, it's
Hello?
a 3-man. Yep, it's a 3-man escape from the side of the survivors.
Ayan. Okay, so guys, sana ano pa kayo, sana okay pa kayo kasi kung kakabalik ko lang eh. Pero since kakabalik ko pa nga lang, remind ko lang ha, 'di ba nag-relive tayo kanina? So this is take 3. Baka mamaya hindi nyo pa na-share kasi na-share na natin yung take 1 tsaka yung take 2. So just remember na iba na yung link natin for this video. Please do share pa din sa Facebook so other people can find our stream and still support our favorite teams and players.
And let's see if the other team is ready for the next match.
Yes, ready na ba tayo, guys? Mukhang hindi pa. Dahil dyan, siyempre, we do what we do best. Magmamarites tayo sa chat. Yan. Okay, so mukhang nandito si Ate Da. Nagsusupport na naman ng mercenary, siyempre. Favorite talaga ni Ate Da yung mercenary, no? Tsaka balita ko, chismax lang dito sa amin, no? Si Ate Da, buong araw na niya inantay si Ando. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito, mga kaibigan? Diyos me. At mukhang maraming pagmamahal para sa birthday ni Seer, guys.
Tagal na kasi hindi nagpapakita. Kaya me and Ashi took advantage of that.
Actually. Pero as a hunter main, no? Would you agree na talagang dapat nga ba seer ang iban? Hindi ba
Yeah, no
may
question.
mas malaking talagang siya talagang pinakamalaking threat, no?
Yeah, no questions asked. When I start a match, I always ready my fingers on where the seer is going to be and auto ban that birdie.
Oh, tama,
I
yun na nga.
never I never want someone to be rescued by his birdie, especially if it's a long one.
Nako, yan nga po. Bale, ayaw po ng mga hunter ng mga mahahabang birdie. Kasi talagang, ano yan eh, pwede tayong madisgrasya sa mahabang birdie. Ayan. So, anong sample ng kanta? Hindi ako ang kakanta. Talaga to si Carol magpakilanman ta talaga. Ang naka-schedule po kumanta this weekend ay si Good Job Man. At ang inaantay po natin na kanta niya ay walang iba kundi My Way. So, Good Job Man kung nasan ka man, paki-research na po ang lyrics dahil after the last matchup, no, schedule ka for song and dance number. Pero since hindi tayo face-to-face, song na lang! Ayan.
You want? Kaya ko ituro sa yung lyrics ngayon.
Yes, yes. Kita mo naman, meron ng willing magturo ng lyrics ng My Way. medyo, medyo angkop din, no, sa ating tournament. You're on your own daw. Sige, you go your way. Ay. Sorry, ang cringe ng sense of humor ko. Sorry guys, aging, you know. Ayan, finally, nandito na tayo sa lobby. Once again, we will be having our match in Moonlit River Park. Speaking of park, mukhang Korean yata itong pangalan ng ating hunter na meron bang makakabasa nito? Or meron bang nakakakilala na makakapagsabi sa amin kung sino ang hunter na ito? Dahil ang makakalaban na niya ngayon ay walang iba kundi ang team ng Red Ping. At tingnan natin kung talaga bang kaya nilang sagutin nalito na ako, no? Ang Socty D Nine.
Yeah, here we can see respect ban for the geisha. We can see, you saw how this Korean named person.
Si Opa yan, si Opa. Yan na lang tawagin natin sa kanya, si Opa. Yan.
Yeah, we're gonna call her Oppa. Yeah, we can see we saw Oppa here use geisha and most of his fights actually doing a very good job. No butterflies wasted during his or her matches.
Ayan. So they really need to take note of this. And just because they already banned a Blood Queen doesn't mean a geisha doesn't mean they don't need to be dealing with this Blood Queen. And we've seen this hunter perform consistently all throughout the match, securing no less than a tie. So she still has a really good record under her belt, no? So now, looking at this lineup, sige, tingnan natin tong lineup na to, ha. It is the same, di ba? It's the same as the one they previously used in the match against ANU.
Yeah, as I see here in the live chat, they're saying the hunter is Dory, no other than Dory.
Yes! Oo, kasi actually guys, no, para sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, actually si Dory has been consistently performing as a geisha main, no? Matagal na. Kasi nanalo na siya before sa, I think sa sabungan ko siya unang nakita. Sa sabungan. Sorry, sa scramble. Aba, nandito na si Badik. Ayan. So ngayon nandito tayo sa last station at nakita na ni Dory. Oh, grabe talaga. Sasabihin ko pa lang, makakapag-hit ba? Ayan na nga, nakapag-hit na. So that is such an on-point mirror placement from Dory right here. And now the coordinator is just one hit away from being down. And the ciphers have only been taught. Still no trait online, please note. So there's about 20 seconds before it will be made available. Actually, hindi ko kita sa screen kung ano ba yung dala niya. Can you tell, Bakli?
I think it's Blink. Yeah, it's Blink. We can see here Dory trying to pinch coordinator here and landed the mirror hit on the coordinator here. A clean hit on the side of the hunter here, which actually puts him or her uh, in a good spot right now, since there's still 5 ciphers remaining and 50% on the other sides of the cipher. But then again, there is a prisoner in the map.
Yes, there is a prisoner in the map. Mercenary will probably be the one to rescue if they will decide, ah. Kasi they could decide to go for a ties kasi it's relatively early for the first survivor to get down. But it looks like Dory here will be providing map pressure on the ciphers on the one near the bridge, no? And that because of that, in a way, no, clean rescue from the mercenary, able to get the coordinators to that use a blink right there. So that was a very timely and very much important use of blink. That is because Blood Queen will be able to do the last effort, and the coordinator will not be able to get away. Now, 4 ciphers remaining. There's still a lot of work to be done. If this coordinator rather does get shared, I think the best thing to do would be to focus more on decoding. But from what I've been seeing, even if early down ang ating mga survivors, they still rescue 2 times. Kasi here is Shakiro eh. I do believe, no? Re-rescue ito, taking advantage of the chair time. Kasi ito na, actually, it's the mercenary pala, no? Sayang eh. Sayang kasi yung yung body block niya Sayang yung clean rescue niya, kaya pa niyang mag-support.
Let's see if the coordinator goes down, still has her gun on her hand over there.
Oo nga. But that's something to note, no? They could actually use this later on in the game, no? When it counts.
I think the only one that can use it is Mercenary, since Novelist and the Prisoner has an item that they couldn't drop.
Ay, grabe talaga. On point again with these mirrors. Sorry, excuse me. So Mercenary will now be going down. On the bright side, he does have 2 elbow pads on him, no? And then we still have a very safe prisoner in the vicinity. Sakiro will be probably the one to rescue kasi we really need to get these ciphers going, especially on the part of the prisoner.
Part of the survivors, and we can see here, prisoner here is actually the one on his own right now. Here we can see Shakiro is going for the rescue over here. Let's see if he can pull off a clean rescue. Again, there is still a coordinator's gun somewhere over there. I think and it's unfortunate that only the mercenary can only use the gun, since the novelist and the there's shot on the side of
Grabe naman, sir. So when you see that hunter, oh shoot. Okay, so Queen mukhang si Ate Queen ay magre-rescue pa din, but unfortunately got a hit too far from the chair, which is why the attack recovery didn't take too much time out of the BQ, and that was why the prisoner still did take a hit. Grabe talaga, no, ang effect ng terror shock. And you know that a hunter means business when he's angling his camera towards the ground. It's like he's really timing it. Wishing for that, or rather aiming for that terror shock. Grabe talaga, mga kaibigan. Ang lakas talaga. And note, something actually that I noticed is that si BQ, she didn't even make it to the other side of the map. She did most of the work in the 3rd and 4th station areas. No, please.
That's gonna be the I think that's gonna be the power of BQ right there. I think she went there one time chasing Shakiro, but that's all she ever did actually. I feel a very clean play by the BQ there with the terror shock and the mirror hit.
Grabe. Tsaka grabe din yung pressure niya. Also was able to take advantage of the spawn points and have a very, what do you call this? A very short first chase. It really counts talaga eh. Kailangan talaga makapag-down ka ng survivor within 5 ciphers to really put yourself at an advantage.
Yeah, I really commend the hunter on this one. That was, yeah, I really love the play. Even if I play PQ, I don't even get any of the mirrors right. I just look like a fool using one.
Ako din eh, pag nagmi-mirror ako, actually hindi na ako nagmi-mirror. Pure chase na lang. Ay, ayun.
Yeah, the mirrors they're just for looks. Only for looks.
True! Oh my gosh! Lalo na, ang daming no, si BQ isa sa mga anak ng NetEase yan eh. Laging nakakatanggap ng magandang ito eh. Lagi siyang nakakatanggap ng magandang skin. Why not? Ayan.
Favorite anak man ng net is yan, hindi yung mga nagra-rank, laging binaban yan.
So, sa mga nagbaban ng BQ, ang masasabi lang namin ay talagang dapat talaga siyang iban pa rin. Lakas pa rin niya eh.
Sobra nakaka-irrit talaga pag sobrang pinpoint ng mga mirrors niya. Well, anyways, I think we're going to be having a little break over here.
Yes. So, guys, for the next match, please do stay tuned. This has been Klieg and Kahel. We will be with you after the break.
Yeah, Double K signing out.
What is up, big boys and big girls detectives? We are back here for more WTS action. It is me, Goodman, and Ate K. This time will be your caster for this last match of the day 2 of we're having right now. Red Ping versus ANU. Ayoko na Umasa. Holy damn. Ate K, what is up?
Yes, ayan. Last match na to, guys. So, salamat sa lahat ng mga sumubaybay sa ating tournament. Again, this is Will to Survive You're on Your Own, no? This time, talagang you're on your own na talaga. Kasi, last match to, do or die for these both teams. So, kung sino man ang manalo dito, ang pwede pang makipaglaban ulit or tama. Pwede pang makipaglaban sa talagang Socty Niners pa rin yung nasa isip ko. Socty D Nine. Yan.
Oh, tingnan natin, as you said, we're going to see them fight once again with the Red Ping, with their chance here. They're going to take it all. Both of the teams, they need to take the chance carefully and go all out because this is their last chance. If anyone falls on this one, they're not going back after that fight. So all out, 100% or maybe even 200% on their side. So Red Church, the very small map, holy damn. Thank God, a small map. But this will be a lot trickier because small map, a lot of hunters really excel at this well. And we might be able to see some camping like Bonbon Sculptor or Axe Boy being play on this one, taking advantage of that very small distance to traverse with.
Ayan, actually, favorite ko talaga tong Red Church na to eh. Kasi like I said yesterday, parang equal chance. Nobody is at an advantage in this map. Yun nga lang, kailangan, you need to be very careful with your hunter picks, your hunter bans, as well as your survivors picks and bans. Kasi syempre, gusto nyo yung mga malalakas sa walled area. So, sino ba ang tinutukoy natin para sa map na to? I'm talking about entomologists, even magician, female dancer. Pero, I'm pretty sure, siyempre, meron na rin naman ng mga main ang ating mga characters and meron silang mga characters that they are really comfortable with. But I'm really hoping to see some entomologists for Red Church.
Indeed. Hindi lang yung sa mga sinabi mo additionally, some survivors too can go here as well din. I think that's even the priestess with that middle church be able to provide some obstacle with that. Actually, portals din eh. So, it would be a good idea to keep in mind those key meta picks na pwede nilang gamitin. But it seems like, I think I see some Lucino right there on the table. We're going to see some Lord Human. Holy damn.
Meron na tayong Badgers na professor, and if hindi ako nagkakamali, ito ay si Ate Selena. This time talagang gusto na nitong she's now on a mission, no? Kasi she's been holding down this badge for how many weeks already, so we all know that she can be very proficient with it. And just when I was mentioning some old players now, I'm happy to see female dancer, pero ang professor, this is the first time I'm seeing it in the tournament.
Very true on that. Pero seems like breaking will be played on this very small map. As you said, going back sa professional sinabi mo, we know na pwede siya magbigay ng shield all around through the map. 3 available shields for them to pick up. So it's up to them on how they'll be taking advantage of this one because that will be a very helpful one on this, especially against Breaking Will. That would be finding the right hit because one hit could it all it take para matupatumba kayo with additional 2 spikes on your back. But see, small map and a Breaking Will, good traversal hunter on this very small map. But the Apex need to be careful on that window on the church. But let's see on how will this go out.
Nako, medyo disadvantage para sa dancer natin to be going up against a Breaking Will, no? Unless he assumes human form, kailangan niya talaga itong maikait ng mabuti kasi very mobile, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking Will, one of the top band hunters for how many seasons and how many competitions already. Kaya lang mukhang okay naman, no, ang kite ng ating female dancer sa ngayon. So change target muna ang ating Breaking Will.
Yes, indeed. Yung small box talaga nagbibigay hirap talaga dito kay Yapets with that affecting the will form of his. And seems like one spike's already on Mr. Entomologist or Miss Entomologist with Kage on the use here, trying to take advantage of that window. But Yapets will try to change target with 50% on Ate Selena here. Di tumama yung first spike na hinahanap niya. And will try to see it to give more spike on that professor. And they're really going to take their time to decode. And one spike is already on her back. And last one na lang kailangan nila. Pero I think Yapets will try to change more target here, trying to disrupt Cypher progress all around.
Oo nga, kailangan niyang makapag-land ng at least 2 sa isang survivor para ma-down niya ito. Kaya lang you also have the shield to worry about sa forward. And he is not the best target out there. So now pwede na siyang mukhang magko-commit na siya sa wakas dito sa ating professor who we are seeing for the first time in the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, tingnan natin ang skill sets at ang skill level ng ating B-Badge professor.
True indeed, but that hit would miss and a blink hit would finish her off, catching Ate Selena off guard with that blink hit and wouldn't be able to use that shield on time. Yapets cheering Nut Scouts for the very first time here with 5 Cyphers remaining here and 2 Cyphers will be popping up in any second.
Wow, grabe talaga. Very consistent pa din naman no ang ating breaking wheel, being able to down 1 survivor in within 4 to 5 ciphers. But now here's our entomologist. Just when I said na gusto ko makakita ng entomologist, no? Mukhang pinakikinggan pala nila tayo. Na-rescue na po ang ating professor.
Very true. 2 spikes ang naka-entomologist, snapping that out for Nut Scouts to able to receive more damage on his hand. And seems like, a blocking shield will be initiated by Ate Selena on time before that hits, giving a stun, but that will be a TS on the side of Yapets, cheering him or her with Ate Selena pala. And Nut Scouts on the second chair with the 3 Cyphers remaining here. With a Cypher, I think there's a progress Cypher on the part of forward here. He needs to be careful around that forward, and that will be a 2-bird, 1 stone guard.
Ano, ang dali ng pagkaka-rescue pero hindi naman sila nakatakas ng madali dito sa breaking wheel using that mobility. But it looks like the forward nag-decode ang kulit Ayan, will be doing a bit of support here kasi it is expected that he may be able to Ay, grabe talaga naman. Muntik na yun. Na-rescue pa din ang ating professor. Bale, ano ba ang nangyari doon? Good job, man.
Oh, he was trying to go in for a trap para ma-deny yung rescue ng forward dito, but will be able to trap and go in for the hit with Yapets here. Di niya may expect na matrap yung forward dun. But Ate Ichu is going for the window. The only weakness of a breaking wheel, trying to escape as much as possible. Forward is already down and he needs to get up at this time. 2 Cyphers remaining here. It seems like a snap will be able to take her down.
Exactly. That was the... Actually, I was kind of anticipating that it was an open area after all, and now Professor will be going back to the manor. But look at the Cypher progress while all that action was happening. Actually, si female dancer ay gumamit na ng kanyang mga music box at oh my god! Na-miss ko pa nga yun Na-prime na po ang last Cypher and we are now at the end game.
Connecting that hit also and that pallet drop will be able to take down Kage, and seems like they're now opening the gate as much as possible on the red carpet and first chair on Kage. It seems like i-take nila lang dito yung 2-2 because breaking wheel is can be very dangerous though, but walang detention ang breaking wheel natin ngayon for the side of Yapets. So they might be able to take advantage of this.
Wow, ang galing naman. Kasi although the earmark was triggered, no, I wouldn't have imagined na pupunta siya sa area na yun and indeed nakita nga niya yung forward. So somebody has to come back for that entomologist at na-rescue na po siya.
Indeed, and seems like Florence going back again on that pallet and was able to be take down by Yapets here. Si Kage papunta na doon sa front gate natin as we speak, trying to see if he can escape with 2 man at hand, but it seems like they're going to get out of it. and trying to go in with the 2 points on their hand. It seems like forward will be the one be sacrificed on the chair for the second time or second survivor to be chaired.
Okay, so now we have a draw, ladies and gentlemen, between RP and
Ayan.
ANU. Nalilito na ako sa dami ng scouts teams. Ay, nako. Ayan. So, balik kasi guys, pag wheel form ka, actually, it is really possible to escape. Kasi the wheel won't be able to maneuver in time to prevent you from getting out that gate. And that's also why they just went for it. Kasi they probably knew that the breaking wheel would be going for the gate to try to stop them in wheel form. And if the hunter is in wheel form, makakatakas ka talaga. Actually, that happened already in the previous match, di ba? Nakita natin.
True, indeed. Yung kasing kanyang pag-traversal is, even though naka-uniform siya, very speedy. The only weakness or the other weakness of breaking wheel is he can't make a sharp turn na talagang open kahit ang vulnerable talaga sa kanya in a way to fight against. Because Red Church has those field that they need to actually open kahit this breaking wheel. Pati tight kite rin including kasi since hindi siya makapag-sharp turn and if they were able to do a mind game during the tight kite and spaces, they'll be toe-to-toe with breaking wheel at this point. But still, Yapets was able to gain or kill two of their survivors and scoring 2-2 on both sides of the team. Very well played. Lucino on this match. First time, I want to see more.
Yes, definitely. Siyempre, this is not the last that we will be seeing of this survivor. He's a new survivor after all. And I think he does have his worth in a team. Just like the promise shown by Little Girl. Actually, yun na yung novelist. Yan na yung very promising skills na baka makarating sila sa meta. No? Mas lalo tuloy ako na-excite kasi marami tayong survivors na pwedeng lumabas.
Pwede, madami talaga.
Nagbigay na ng preview si Netis nakaka-excite tuloy na.
And yung isa si Composer. Akala ko mauna yung anti-quitter. Ang tawag dito? Anti-quitter nga ba? Tama ba? That girl, I wanted to get her, but Composer will be the first one to be released. And even a new hunter talaga ina-expect natin na release niya during the last COA, as far as I know. And I think that hunter specialized on electrocuting stuff like prisoner skill has on hand. But we have yet to see them on their future updates. Talagang still excited for those survivors to actually get released. Kasi and this is survivor post, we got a pretty OP survivors when used in right, just like Lucino. And baka makakita tayo ng meta picks. Sinasabi mo nga, novelist, Little Girl, and Lucino would be a potential meta picks on the future seasons.
Good man, masasabi mo ba in your experience as somebody who plays rank, halos lahat ba ng mga nakakasalubong mo is making use of meta survivors?
Oh, I believe so. May mga ibang meta players pa rin gumagamit. And
forward
the
pa din. Mercenary.
May mercenary forward, the key meta picks talaga. And the hunter din, binaban talaga yung mga key meta survivors na gusto nilang iban. But some of the cases din, I think rarely or still mga uncommon chance. You could see a lot of picks katulad ng Little Girl, Novelist, Professor, or just your usual talaga ng mga hindi makikita on metas like Barmaid. Sino pa ba itong mga ito? Acrobat, nasa meta na yan actually. Kasi uso na yung long-lasting survivor kiters yung Acrobat, Entomologist, and such. And we might see even Novelists on their lineup too as well. But those uncommon picks din talaga could still have a potential when being used right. So I would say there are mix and match. But you would see most of the time very common picks in mga meta. But uncommon, you'll see some off-meta picks right off the bat. So rank, anything can happen. All those random players could be a random result of a match na hindi mo inaasahan. Very chaotic to be indeed.
Mukhang ready na ating mga players. Again, Red Church po tayo mga kaibigan. Also, like I keep on saying, napaka-ganda talaga nitong map na to. But I am really interested sa kung ano ang gagamitin ni Q.
Yes.
It could be a Blood Queen, it could be a Naiad. Please show us Naiad. Since hindi pa natin siya masyado nakikita, no?
Indeed. Excuse me.
And also sa kanilang survivor lineup, it could be the same. Kasi yun yung ginamit nila last time eh. We have a coordinator, mercenary, prisoner, and a novelist.
True. Tsaka, yun nga, actually tama. I think that's their conf pick. Because no, RP's team, they're really going for what's their comfortable pick right now. Because that thing can really give an edge talaga. And they're really talagang yun ang ginawa nila, yung very specialized ng bawat team nila, survivors. I've been there. And they're really going in for it. And not going in for the meta, but actually going in on what's, they know what's right, or what's their specialist at. And yes, I think we're going to see the same composition, but I think Nat Sakiro will try and to plan this out differently, because we're going to see Psychologist and Toy Merchant at this point. And even
Sa wakas, shoutouts kay Salva. Sa wakas, meron nang nag-toy merchant dito. Ito na yung pinaka-antay mo. And ito na rin ang aking pinaka-antay na Naiad. Ay, wait lang. Tataranta ako
Ho, Dream Witch at hand. Pero mukhang magiging interesting to, kasi they need 3-man escape and 3-man kill, depending on whose team at present right now, actually.
Actually, Dream Witch in Red Church is also a winning choice na rin, no? Parang aim to win na to, aim for 3-man kill na ito. So, ang maganda dyan sa Red Ping is, actually, former Dream Witch main si Sakiro. So, it could be na alam niya yung inner workings ng pag-iisip ni Kyo, no? If they do have the same play style. But we're about to find out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Red Church for the last time for this day. Ayan na po, ito na po. Kyo going towards back gate area to find the first target. Who just happens to be Sakiro, no? Ayan na po! At naglagay na siya ng kanyang catapult at nakatakas tuloy. Tingnan natin kung aabulin pa ba o hindi na. Mukhang hahabulin, no?
Mukhang hahabulin nga actually, at talaga hindi talaga hayaan ni Kyo dito na makaahon dito ng isa. But that hit will connect over that window, and that will be the first phase initiated by Pipo Kyo to not Sakiro. Di ko akalain na tatamaan siya over that window.
Ako din eh. Rewind nga natin yun mamaya. Paano nangyari yun?
And Patrol will be used! Only then he wasn't able to use the catapult! Holy shit, right on time, but that flywheel effect will leave him to dash that normal attack, and the distraction coming from the Patroller, and that window discipline, or that pallet discipline, but still, Lich hit going to Sakiro. Gagi, na orasan. Katimingan ni Kyo, grabe.
Grabe, ang galing talaga, no? Good, use, very quick thinking, was able to predict na maglalatag siya ng catapult kasi wala siyang choice eh. Kailangan niya talagang makatakas. And how to counter this but to plant a patroller. So now, Kyo will be bringing Sakiro to the red carpet area kasi this is a really good chair. It's gonna provide a lot of pressure, especially if that cipher is being decoded. And now here is our postman. Kung siya nga ba ang magre-rescue. Buying time, no? Kasi it's still too soon eh.
Yes, very true. And seems like hindi na tatama yung hit. It will not connect, but that dog will try to ride Dreamish back, and that hit will still connect on Dark Fred here. Seems like malapit na mag-half-blood dito sa Sakiro. What will be the planning on this one? Kasi injured na yung postman natin na malapit on that rescue, but it seems like they're going in for a full-blood rescue at this point to compensate of what's been lost on the very first phase of the game, with Yuki with mercenaries on hand. Patroller will be used once again. Arf Mofo going to bite that litty leg, and there we have it. Legs been beaten, dogs been initiated, and a mercenaries going in for that rescue with a 20-second disruption, trying to go at the TS, but to no avail. A good rescue, but that will be a lich hit.
Grabe. on point aiming for that survivor because we know that the mercenary is probably gonna do a body block para lang makatax yung ating toy merchant, but no, Kyo was really he really had his eyes on the toy merchant, and now she will be dead on chair. 3 ciphers remaining na kailangan pang trabahuhin. Fortunately, we have a psychologist who could possibly provide remote healing to the mercenary, and a postman, also a decoder main who may be able to use those letters para makapag-provide man lang ng decoding boost.
True, indeed, but it's like blink hit will be used, trying to go in for a lit hit to Dark Fang to put more pressure on their team. They need to finish the ciphers or even draw it out because they need 3 man escape to win this one out, or 2 man escape to draw this out to Mr. or to ANU. But Dreamage follower, Spawn original here, going in for Dark Freak here with the postman. He needs to get out of here now on the chest. Nice Danju going in for the postman dog. Holy damn! Holy damn!
Hindi lang,
Yes, ang
grabe,
good.
battle of the aimers talaga to eh.
This is the battle with the dogs as we speak. Patroller versus Postman, but will be able to drop that pallet in time. But
Grabe talaga.
we're still able to connect to Dark Break. Holy damn. Dog
Imagine,
versus dog.
if pallet stun yun, that could have been a different story. But it looks like
It
Joe
is.
was staying on top of it by really committing to this postman, and that really does put a lot of pressure on the ciphers kasi we're left with a mercenary at half health and a psychologist who will be forced to rescue. So that means na yung mercenary lang ang nagdi-decode actually. So, mabagal yung progress.
Oh, hit will be on Queenie, but still will be able to body block when timed right. But it seems like nakaka-hit siya ng clearly dito on Dark Freak. On the second chair this time naman, pero Psychologist still alive and well with the stress levels going down and being used. We'll be able to see one more hit going in and another pallet stun for Mr. Pipokyo, initiated by Miss Queen.
At this point, medyo, although that was really skillfully done, the pallet stun, looking at the big picture, everything still looks like it's to the advantage of Kyo kasi we have 2 injured rescuers. Mercenary lang makakapag-rescue, kaya lang walang nagdi-decode, and that's the most important part of it.
Truly. So, na-pressure nga, as we said, wala masyadong decode. Mercenary is still going in for the last side. For the Cypress, but blink hit on Queenie here. Needs hit to be exact. Delay damage on Natyuki here. Dark Freak needs to run and give time to his teammates to actually recover from this. But Dog will be going to send out and send a movement debuff, but will be sidestepping on that one. It seems like we're going to see a last and final hit to Dark Freak this time.
Grabe. I don't think may makakapag-heal pa at this point, and now all that's left to do is some cleanup, no? Iupo na lang po ang mga incapacitated na survivors natin, and then it'll be a 4-man kill unless somebody manages to heal up, which in this case I don't think is possible anymore. Kasi if mag-heal man sila, mahirap mag-reset kasi ang lakas ng presence ng Dream Witch dito sa map na to.
True.
Q will be able to sniff them out.
Plus Dream Witch din to eh. If it's a different hunter, they might still have a chance. But Dream Witch with those followers around, you won't be having a chance to recover fully on the self-fill. But as we can see, Kyo was able to whip out and just sweep out these survivors. As we can see, they'll be taking that 5 points and taking the second spot alongside 69 to the next stage, to semifinals, everyone. That will be your 4 teams. This team will be ANU and 69 with the scouts on the first day, and I forgot the other team that's going in. I don't know if there's a kind of summary na pwede natin makita, but still 4 teams already on spot.
Socty D Niners.
69 sa kay scouts sa kasama ng group A. Nalimutan ko sino.
Yes.
Still very well played.
Moonlights, di ba? Moonlights ang makakapag...
Moonlights, there we go, the second one.
Yes, yan. So, lahat yan, masasaksihan natin next weekend. So, please be around for that. But for now, let us have a look at the match stats.
Beautifully well played talaga. Nakita natin yung mismong comms nila on that very first place. Tinake advantage sa Kiro kung anong meron siyang hawak on those catapults. He knows Dream Witch is there and he knows he's going to be the first one on the chopping block, targeting his head right off the bat. Using that first catapult, nakita natin, medyo nag-buy time siya ng kaunti dun. But that second catapult, Kyo was able to drop a patroller and able to deny that plan. And giving the time or cut off time na kinakailangan ni Kyo, was able to get that juicy toy merchant on that chair. So, bali, overall, there's still team good comms on their part because they were able to get a manage on that one. But Kyo was able to get ahead of them, take the control of the game, put up those leeches and followers around the map, and the 5 points on their team. Still, good efforts going in for Red Ping here. Holy damn. Congrats on those efforts, all of these teams. Very much.
And again, we really want to see more of RP, returning players kasi. So,
I want to see more of them.
Yes, we want to see more definitely. Susuportahan namin kayo. And susuportahan din namin lahat ng mga teams na mag-a-advance and mga hindi mag-a-advance. Kasi for us, this is the best of the best na community has to offer. So, thank you sa laro nyo. Thank you for the putting on such a good show for the audience. Sa audience.
Yes.
But we will be having more next weekend. By the way, we just want to remind na best of 3 format na po tayo next week. So it's going to be a longer day for all of us. But still, it's gonna be more chances for these players to prove their worth and solidify their position in the community.
Indeed. So those are your 4 teams going to go on the semifinals for WTS Will to Survive. You're on your own, baby. Nice name, by the way. Holy shit, didn't think of that, but still very creative. And these are the teams. Those are the matches that we witnessed. Sobrang ganda and intense as always, and no surprise on that one because they showed some really good stuff on these matches. Really didn't go down very easily and just showed that they still have the tenacity that they needed on each of these matches. But hey, this is the last match that we're going to see, and we're going to witness more of this action, more of this hunting and surviving skills from these survivors and hunters next week, baby. Any last words, Ate Kay? Any last words?
Yes, actually, nasabi ko na lahat doon. Nire-remind lang
Ayaw
namin na i-share nyo palagi pag nagkakaroon tayo ng mga ganitong events, lalo na nasa YouTube na po tayo at wala sa Facebook. Again, please support po Code Black and the other guilds that are joining this tournament. We're so happy to have you here with us, and this is going to be the first of many. So, para sa mga gustong mag-compete, apply lang kayo ng apply. Again, ang end goal natin ay makapasok sa Call of the Abyss next year. Yes. Yan.
Yeah.
So, thank you pala sa back-end natin, sa ating mga organizers. Napakagaling nyo talaga. Shoutout namin kayong lahat. Kaya lang, hindi ko alam kung sino kayo. Joke lang. Salamat kay Papa Biron, kay Ate Cecil, kay Ate Erin, kay Kanimeni, and sa ating mga casters, si Klig and si Ashley. Thank you so much for giving casting a try. We're really happy to have you here with us.
Yes, indeed. So that'll be the last words na gusto masabi ni Ate Kay. But more of this action on next week, semifinals and finals, BO3 everyone. So this is Goodman and Ate Kay going to sign out for now, but more of this on next week. So goodbye, big boys and big girls detectives. We'll see you again. Baby, let's go.
Bye!
Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping